Sunshine pop. Sunshine pop, originally known as soft pop, is a subgenre of pop music that originated in Southern California in the mid-1960s. Rooted in easy listening and advertising jingles, Sunshine pop acts combined nostalgic or anxious moods with an appreciation for the beauty of the world. It largely consisted of lesser-known artists who imitated more popular groups such as the Mamas and the Papas and the Fifth Dimension. While the Beach Boys are noted as prominent influences, the band's own music was rarely representative of the genre. Sunshine pop enjoyed mainstream success in the latter half of the decade, with many of its top 40 hits peaking in the spring and summer of 1967, especially just before the Summer of Love. Popular acts include the Turtles and the Association. Other groups, like the Millennium, Sagittarius, and the Yellow Balloon, were less successful, but gained a cult following years later with albums like Begin Millennium, 1968, and Present Tense Sagittarius, 1968, being sought after on the collector's market. Origins and characteristics. Sunshine pop originated in California in the mid to late 1960s, beginning as an outgrowth of the California sound and folk rock movements. Rooted in easy listening, advertising jingles, and the growing drug culture, the music was characterized by lush vocals and light arrangements similar to samba music. Most of the acts were lesser-known bands named after fruits, colors, or cosmic concepts that imitated popular groups like the Beach Boys, the Mamas and the Papas, and the Fifth Dimension. In some ways, the genre is similar to baroque pop through being elaborate and melancholic, but it crossed into folk pop and world-building styles. It may be seen as a form of escapism from the turmoil of the times. The AV Club's Noel Murray writes, "Sunshine pop acts expressed an appreciation for the beauty of the world mixed with a sense of anxiety that the good old days were gone for good." Some of the artists who influenced the style include Kurt Bucher, the Mamas and the Papas John Phillips, and the Beach Boys Brian Wilson. Concerning the Beach Boys' involvement with Sunshine pop, the orchestral style of Pet Sounds' 1966 was imitated by many Los Angeles record producers, but the AV Club notes, though the Beach Boys were hugely influential on the Sunshine pop acts that followed, their music was rarely in step with the genre. The Suburban's Joel Goldenberg believes the closest the group ever came to the genre was the lightly produced album Friends 1968. The vocals of Sunshine pop songs are a little more anonymous and not as lushly featured as that of the Beach Boys, and I don't see the Phil Spector connection. The light touch applied to the songs reminds me more of soft samba music. Murray says that John Phillips, on the other hand, practically created the blueprint for Sunshine pop, with little of Wilson's uncommercial weirdness. Brian Wilson commented that you can turn the Beach Boys upside down, just the track or whatever, and I think they, the Mamas and the Papas, have as much vocal as we do track, whereas I think we emphasize a little more track than vocal. Sunshine pop and the California sounds influence expanded to other countries. In Spain, it initially was pioneered by groups like Picnic, Granada, Los Angeles, and Los Ibros in 1968. Between 1969 and the 1970s there was a boom of soft pop acts in the country, among them Los Yetis, Solra, Majulos, Nouveaux Horizons, and Venica Dobble. Rediscovery. After its peak in the 1960s, the genre lingered in near obscurity, although it enjoyed some interest among collectors of rare vinyl singles and LP. Select albums would occasionally fetch hefty prices at online auctions or in record stores. A name was eventually given to the music, Sunshine pop, although it was rarely deployed outside of record collecting circles. In the early 1990s, a renewed interest began in Japan, where record companies started publishing compilations of long-forgotten, obscure 1960s music. This revival subsequently spread to Europe and the United States. Compilations and box sets by groups such as Spanky and Our Gang, The Association, The Arbors, and The Love Generation have been released on CD. Among the record labels which issue Sunshine Pop re-releases are Revolver Records in Britain and the US label Sundazed.